Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Spill the Tea Loo. Welcome back to Teacup Castle. Welcome to our watch along. It probably doesn't look like a watch along right now. That is because the site that I use to do the timer and the overlay is acting like a complete. So I'm here. I didn't want you all panicking after what happened the other day. I said, I can't have you thinking the stream is not going on. So what I'm going to do is I've gone live and we're going to fix it while we're live, which seems to be something I'm making an absolute habit out of. But hey ho, at least I'm here. At least nobody's having a heart attack that I'm not going to make the stream. And it is only the first of two watch alongs today. As well as that, guys, I mean, I've been on the ball today. I've actually got another short for those that are on the Instagram. For those who have seen it on the shorts on YouTube, thank you very much for getting involved, for getting comments and joining in. Because what it does is it actually pushes it out to more people who maybe wouldn't see it otherwise. So it is a big, big, massive help. Thank you to everybody. Is it called subscribed on Instagram? Is it called followed? I don't know what the correct word is on the Instagram. But thank you to the people who've done that. I do appreciate it. I've seen you. Your comments and your likes and stuff. It does make me feel quite all warm and fuzzy on the inside, people. I will get to the teacups in a moment and say hello to y'all, but I'm having to do everything the long way, so bear with me just a moment. Because I think we have already established that I cannot type and speak, because when I type and speak, I do have an awful habit of typos. Actually, if anybody wants to see something fun, go back to the last England watch along. England was misspelled for the entirety of the game. Do you know the way I have at the bottom of the lineups, I have the countries? At the bottom of that, England was not spelled correctly. Which was really fun because when I went to update that for the next match, I was like, oh, that's interesting. I forgot how to spell the word England. That one seems fairly simple compared to some of the other ones I've had to spell recently, but that was the one I got wrong. So when I'm doing it like this, please bear with me. There will be typos and we're just going to have to cope. I have seen score predictions going in there, guys, so I will get to those in a moment as well. I need to get this bit done so it looks like an actual watch along. And then I'm going to have to try and remember the login to the other one, which is going to be absolutely sensational because I don't even know which email I used, which is even better. Tomiyasu. And our wee friend Suzuki. Right, there he is. So we've nearly got this done. We don't want to print it. Printing it's not going to do me much good. All right, let's go back in here. Back in here. Oh, that's good. Everybody's just saying hi to each other. That's fine. Right, you can sort your yourself out. Pop this on here. Go on then. Right, there we go. It looks like a watch along now. Alls we need next, lads, is the time. I don't know why it's logged me out. Why would you just log me out? That seems really rude. Right. I hope this is the email I used. We're about to find out. Do you know when it does the dots when you're typing in your password? I'm like, I can't remember what I've written. Could you just leave it where I can see it, please? Because otherwise I'm going to... Oh, I am a genius. I remembered the password on the first go. Who says I'm bad at technology? Who says I'm bad at technology? By the way, guys, we have 3 Italian referees and 2 Swiss referees. I couldn't remember the word for people from Switzerland, which is interesting. Probably because I'm concentrating. Right, so we have bruh. And the VAR is Italian as well. You've got an Italian, a Croatian, and USA, but the main guy is Italian. Right, so Brazil, Japan. Scores at 0. Right, let us see. Let us see. Is this going to work for me? I mean, why prepare this in advance when you can just do it all live? I mean, who doesn't love extra stress? Right, okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Look at us go. Right. We now look like we've got a watch along. We've got all the lineups. We've got the flags and the countries spelled correctly. And we have a timer. Wonderful. I'm just a super genius, really, lads. I actually think I'm starting to just be better under pressure than I am when it's prepared. And I was so good this morning, guys. I was so good this morning. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Right. Now, let me go to the teacups before this match kicks off and I get myself all distracted again. Right. That one's okay. Grand. Right. Let me go to the top. Let me go all the way to the top. You've been chatting away. Gaz was first. Then Rob did think he was second, but he wasn't. Mama Flossie was. Then we had Rob. Then we had Shem. I put Shem to sleep on the morning show. I bored him to death. I bored him to sleep. Poor Shem. He's had enough of listening to me at lunchtime. Lucky is here as well. He said he'd be back in a few hours. That's obviously from earlier. Yes, Tom, you should be able to. It'll be in your settings. Do you know what I find? See, if I don't know how to do something, I literally just Google how do I do this on YouTube. And I have to say, because YouTube is owned by Google, they actually give you very specific instructions. So it's quite good. But yes, you can indeed, yo. Let me see. Right. We need to get the timer ready and then I'll come back to the teacups. But I think we're in the countdown. Oh, 3, 2, 1... Go. Right, we've got the timer. Back to the teacups. Brazil kicked it off, by the way, just so everybody knows. Paige is here and Damien. Let me see. Have I got everybody? I apologize. Oh, there's Bonkers. I see Bonkers as well. Hello to Bonkers and Daz. Everybody saying hi. And JT is with us. Hello, JT and Guess. Surreal McCoys. Jaron, we've got everybody. We've got absolutely everybody. All the beautiful teacups are in the chat. If you're new and you're just watching, you're just sussing it out, please do subscribe. If you're watching the video, please smash the like button. It does help me out. It makes me feel good about myself that people like the video. Right, now let me get myself sorted on here. I'm going to go, guys. I did see score predictions, so I'm going to go to those in just a second. I think this game is going to be lively, and I think the one later on is going to be lively as well. Who is that bent over holding his hamstring? Pakata. He was hunched down there, and he's holding the back of his leg. They're having a bit of a back and forth there. Not too much in it. He falls over and then he was feeling the back of his leg. That's never a good sign, is it? I mean, nobody ever feels the back of their leg when they're happy or it's going well. That's definitely not good news. Definitely not. Right, we've got the live chat up there. Let me see. Corner, by the way, corner for Brazil already. Bruno G's on it today. He's amping up the crowd. Bruno G has been informed that it's a knockout match. Nobody told Canada and South Africa yesterday, but Bruno G knows. He's letting everybody know. Right, so there's going to be a corner to Brazil, and Bruno G is the way out there to take it as well. Oh, there's Cass. Oh, Cass. Right, let's see. Corner in. Terrible corner. Bruno, after all of that amping everybody up, that was an absolutely terrible corner. He just kicked it straight at the first defender. Oh, dear. Right, I think I've got all the teacups. Let me get to some of the score predictions. Bonkers reckons 3-1 to Brazil. Shem reckons 3-2 to Japan. Daz also reckons 3-1 to Brazil. Rob reckons 2-1 to Brazil. Damien reckons 2-2 at full time. And then in extra time, Brazil will score the winner. Damien is expecting all sorts of chaos. Right. So we've 1 draw, 1 for Japan, and 3 for Brazil in terms of the predictions at the minute. Let me see. I'll tell you what, JT, what you need to do is watch the lunchtime shows. And then you won't need to worry about ITKs. Right. We've got Japan. We've got Casemiro winning the ball back. Love Casemiro. Flossie. Oh, no. I've been here. I mean, I know I'm a late cookie, but I have been here. I didn't want to cause mass panic. After after what I did yesterday. So I was determined to be here, even if everything wasn't ready. Yes, JT, I did talk about it. I did a whole section. We looked into him. We looked at his stats. We looked at where he plays, what he does. Is it a good move? We're on it. We're on it at Teacup Castle, JT. Do you know what you need to do? Call in sick to work every day, and then you'll know what's going on. But yes, and if you want to check out that stream after this live show, I have done timestamps. So it's on the timestamp. It's the one called Newcastle and Manzambi. Boom. Yeah, see, this is the problem. Because I'm late all the time, it's hard to know if it's YouTube or if it's me. I do apologize for that. But no, on this occasion, it was in fact YouTube. Surreal McCoy says, can't believe João Pedro didn't make the Brazil squad. I would suggest João Pedro also can't believe it, to be fair. But here we are. What is my prediction? It is... I think I'll go along with that 3-1 Brazil, you know. I like the feel of that. I think Japan will score, but I think Brazil will win. The annoyance I had at how bad they were in the first match is worn off now. They keep showing me Casemiro on the screen, and that just cheers me up. I love Casemiro. Honestly, I do. And the thing is, right, I made a laugh of Barcelona for posting about Marcus Rashford when he's not their player and they sent him back from his loan without paying for him. But we keep posting about Casemiro on the Man United page because, he's an Inter Miami player now. The thing is, we didn't refuse to pay for him. His time was just done. Like, we made it very clear that we love him. But yeah, I do find it funny. Right, free kick launched forward. Suzuki comes out and claims it, despite the fact that Matheus Cunha was doing his best to put him off. Also, shout out to Boffman being in the chat. Let me see. There we go. I keep forgetting to do that. It's done now, though. Done now. I kept forgetting that for ages. You know what it is, JT? If anybody wants to argue with me about how much I love Casemiro, they can be my guest, but I wouldn't recommend it. Would not recommend it. Am I covering all the games? I'm doing this one, and then I'm doing 2 a.m. Netherlands, Morocco. That's the 2 I'm doing. And in between those 2, I'm going to go and eat homemade slow-cooked beef stew. I'm starving and I can smell it and it's lovely. It's going to be done just as this stream ends. It's going to be delicious. It's going to be absolutely delicious. Lucky says he doesn't have feelings for players. That's his opinion. Do you know what, Lucky? That's probably a better way to do it because they'll only break your heart. It was about time I did it, Flossie. I've been meaning to do it for like ages and ages. I was only when I set up the Discord, I realised he wasn't a mod on here. I was like, I should probably do something about that. And then I just kept forgetting. Exactly, JT. Exactly. And welcome to Shaquille Oatmeal, who is back with us. Hello, hello. Guys, it is primarily at the moment Brazil attack, Japan defend. That is the way of it at the moment. But what do we always say? Possession's no good without the goal. They got to get the goal. Hopefully we get an early goal in this one, guys, because we're going to be up late. How many of you, and don't worry if you can't, I'm not stressing about it. How many of you are thinking to be at the 2 a.m. stream? Boffman won't be, he'll be asleep. But who is thinking of making it, not making it? I won't hold it against you. I'm just kind of gauging at the moment because I'm very much looking forward to it. Very much looking forward to it. Oh, Casemiro forward to Cunha. I don't think he quite kept it in though, did he? Oh, he did. They're playing on. Oh, Jesus. Bruno G is after Muller and Paquetá in the face with the ball. Poor Paquetá. He's already been down with a sore leg. He's after getting absolutely cream crackered in the face by Bruno G with the ball. I bet that hurt because they were close to. I shouldn't laugh. Oh dear, but yeah, ouchie. That was my exact reaction. Oh no, not that one. This one. I was like, oh dear, that one hurt. Bonkers maybe. Bonkers is a maybe. That's okay. Cyril McCoy's, he's going to attempt it as well. Flossie's going to try it. Daz is going to be sleeping. And yes, guess I did assume you would be sleeping, to be fair. I did assume you would be sleeping because you're the hour ahead, so it's way late for you. You're going to try, Tom. I appreciate the effort. Shen's going to try as well. Tom was ready for a chippy and they were closed. Oh, that would kill me. If I had set myself up mentally for a chippy and then I went down and they were closed, I think I might just stand outside the chip shop and cry. That would actually devastate me. I'm like that. See, once I get something in my head, like that's what I want to eat. That is specifically what I want to eat, and absolutely nothing else is going to do for me. It's rage. Rage. Vinny Jr.'s on the ground. He look... I would question quite how much he was caught there. We'll watch the replay, but that annoys me. That annoys me. Right, okay. Well, it will have hurt him because he did stand on him by mistake with the stud. So he's definitely hurt. But you see this? Vinny Jr.'s after doing this to the referee. And I saw the Argentina players doing it the other day. Anybody who does this to the referee should immediately get a yellow by default. The referee shouldn't even have to give it. They should automatically get a yellow. If anybody does this, they should get a yellow. Absolutely does my nothing. It annoyed me the other day. I saw Argentina players doing it and I was disgusted. And I'm after seeing Vinny doing it. He should get a yellow as well. That really buggers the life out of me. Rage. I hate that. Really, I hate it. Stay in your lane. Your job's to play. But anyway, the player that stood on him did get a yellow. I mean, it wasn't intentional, but he did catch his whole ankle with his studs. I think it's probably a little harsh, if I'm honest. Like, he really didn't mean to. He was going for the ball. But, and now Vinny's annoyed me. Yes, Paige. Brazil are all over Japan. And that was Japan's, first attempt at an attack for, quite some time. And it ended in them getting a yellow card. Hello to Star-Lord. And welcome to the chat. It's going to be a corner to Brazil. Suzuki's going to earn his pay today. Cunha. Shot. Short corner. Hate them. That was good by Bruno G. He nearly got it. That was really good by Bruno G. Seeing the replay from Cunha. Yeah, I don't like the fonts either. I'm being a right Moni cow. I don't like the writing on the Brazil jerseys. It's very hard to read. Oh, give over. He's after giving Casemiro a yellow card for a completely clean tackle where he won the ball. Like, I think that was a great tackle. I want to see that again. I didn't think that was a yellow at all. Oh, never mind. I've watched the replay. I take it back. He's completely got the player's leg. I didn't see that on the first. When I saw the replay, I was like, oh, right. Fairs. I stand corrected. He deserved that. I do love him so much. I would go to war for Casemiro. Honestly, I really would. I would go to war for Casemiro. On this occasion, though, I think he might deserve that yellow. To be fair, Damien, I'm looking at the chat as well as the football. So if I miss a little bit of something, it's not entirely my fault. It's actually your fault because I'm reading your chats. That's the way it is around here. Never my fault. Always somebody else's. But we do have a free kick, like right on the edge of the box for Japan. Imagine Japan score now after basically not being in the game at all. Straight into the wall. Straight into the wall. Guys, do you know what I'm going to do? Thank you very much for the reminder. I just keep forgetting. I'm going to stick the Discord and the Spill the Tea Instagram into the chat, and I'll pin it for you guys, for anybody that's new. Daz, you were tagging me not to forget the watch along when I was already live. Maybe you should not forget the watch along. I was already live and you're telling me don't forget about the watch along. I appreciate the effort, but it's more helpful when I'm not already live, to be fair. Right. Let me get this link. Okay. This one is the Discord. So can I pin more than one thing? I don't know if I'm allowed to do that on. I think if I pin it and then I pin something else that replaces it, but I'm not all the way sure. We're about to find out. Japan are holding the possession at least for now, because before it was literally just Brazil. So they're attacking again here, down the right. It's going to be a throw to Japan. That is the Instagram. If anybody would like to follow Spill the Tea Lou on Instagram, I've got two. They're called reels on Instagram, aren't they? I'm just calling them all shorts because I'm doing them as shorts on the YouTube. But they're going up as reels on Instagram. So if anybody wants to follow me over there, please do. Now, am I able to? I don't know if I can pin to. Let me try. No, I can't. I can't pin both. So what I'll do is I'll pin the Instagram because that's the newest. Right. That's it. There is all of the administration work done. Thank you very much for the reminder. But yeah, so I figured, guys, it was about time I got with got with the program. I've just been very lazy. The reason I never had Instagram before for the channel is because I had to make the reels, and I'm just very lazy. And then I decided it's probably about time that I stop being a lazy sod and start doing it. So I have. But the possession is now back with Brazil. So in the time it took me to send those 2 links, Brazil are back in possession. Guys, I know we don't normally talk about transfers on the watchalongs, but seeing as he's playing in the match, how does everybody feel about the Bruno G to Arsenal thing? I poo-pooed it quite quickly. I was like, no, definitely not. He's not for sale. No way, Jose, right? But all I keep seeing is loads of other people saying it's like getting closer, it's hotting up, it's happening. And it's stressing me out a little bit, because if I could pick a midfielder, any midfielder, that's like real, that's who I would pick for Man United. If he goes to Arsenal, I'll be genuinely quite angry. That was a loose pass, by the way, from Japan. It's with Vinny Jr. He's cut it back, but there's only Japan players there. Right, who is that? Brazil tried to send it back in, but then it was blocked. It's with Gabriel now, I think that is. Rob reckons he will go, but Newcastle will ask for a good price. Star-Lord would take... I don't think you'd get him for 65. I don't think you'd get him for 65. I think you'd have to go way more than that, if I'm honest. Surreal says, I really hope Bruno G doesn't go to Arsenal, as that would scupper Spurs' move for Tonali. It would, because they definitely won't sell both. Bonkers is asking that. Can Newcastle sell both Tonali and Bruno in the same transfer window? I would suggest no. Would be my instinct on that would be no. Which is the only thing that's sort of keeping me a little bit calmer. Star-Lord, that's one of the rumours. That's one of the rumours, but that's what I'm saying. I've seen some big channels kind of putting this out there. But I'll be honest, I personally don't see it. My reaction when I saw that story was absolutely no chance. Definitely 100% not going to happen. The only thing that's making me second guess it is all of these big YouTubers and content creators going on about it. But I've not seen anything that actually indicates to me he would. Do you know what I mean? So 65 million is one of the rumours. I think that's complete nonsense. I think if he does go, I definitely don't think it's going to be for 65 million. I don't even think that would touch the sides. So I'm hoping it doesn't happen. My instinct was no, it's not going to happen. And when you look at the fact that Tonali is basically halfway out the door and I don't think they'll sell both, that reinforces it. The reason I'm a little worried is because I would be devastated. I didn't really care about Anderson. I'm not devastated about Tonali. I would have liked him. He's not exactly what I was looking for, but I would have liked him. But I'm not devastated if he goes to City, which is where I think he's going. Mateus Fernandes, I'll be a little frustrated that the club took so long and then lost him. But again, I won't really be devastated. If Bruno G goes to Arsenal, when we were speaking about him weeks ago, by the way, we're at the hydration break, I would be genuinely devastated. Like, I'd be really, really angry about that. So that's why I'm a wee bit because I'd be properly annoyed. I'd really feel like we actually missed out on him. Oh yeah, absolutely, by a country mile. It's not even close. Not even close, in my opinion. Hello, Solid Blake, and welcome to Teacup Castle. Tom, yes, I did see that story about Ronaldinho. I did indeed, yo. Let me see. I know I'm pretty much up to date. I was just checking I hadn't missed like a whole heap of chats. Flossie says, I'm gutted Tonali's going, but if Bruno goes, I'm done. I can't see you selling both. I can't see you selling both. I don't know. I'll be honest, because I've read all the stories on it, the same as everybody else. I don't know where all these channels, unless they have like their own sources or kind of ITKs that are telling them stuff. I don't know where they're getting the information that it's like as close as some of them are making out. Because I haven't seen any stories from any journalists that would indicate that. Do you know what I mean? Now, as I said, when you get that big, maybe some of these channels have their own sort of information sources as well as the traditional media. But I personally just haven't seen anything that makes me think, oh yeah. Like if you look at it logically, I just can't see it. The only thing that gives me pause is, why have Arsenal bid? Like if there's nothing at all, why have Arsenal bid? Are they just trying to unsettle him, or is there something in it? If there's a case that there's something in it, Man United just need to absolutely break the bank. Yeah, what happens, bonkers, is some people have multiple accounts. And so what they do is, if they have a bit of a wobbler, they unsub from all their accounts. Or there's some people out there, little trolls, that like to sub and then unsub. They think it's fun to play with like new content creators or smaller channels. They sub and then like a couple of days later they unsub because they think it's funny. So it's a mix of people having temper tantrums and unsubscribing, and people who think it's funny to subscribe and then unsubscribe a couple of days later from small channels. Unfortunately, even Teacup Castle is not immune to temper tantrums and trolls. But that's all right. We will keep moving. And see that in the nicest way. You can't even trust Brazil ESPN, let alone the ITKs. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not being funny. Brazil ESPN said Cunha wasn't going to play for the last 3 games of the season for United because he was resting for the World Cup. And then it'll come out that nobody else had ever heard of this. So if that's the level of the like ESPN, yeah. So if that's where it's coming from, I feel much better, because I'd say that's unlikely to be true. Yeah. That's the way it is, boys and girls, unfortunately. JT, I have ESPN banned everywhere. Tell you what, Ayase for Japan's after having a header there. Brazil could do with scoring here. Somebody could do with scoring. Like, we're 27 minutes into the match and we're 0-0. That's not what I expected from this match. Lucky would not fancy Bruno G. He would prefer Alex Scott and Tchouaméni. I wouldn't mind Alex Scott and or Tchouaméni. I'd actually prefer both of those to Fernandes. I don't know if I'm just getting annoyed now because the Fernandes thing is dragging on. Not even in a particular direction. I hate the dragging on. I just get so impatient. Damien says, at least Japan aren't showing too much respect to Brazil. Well, I wish somebody would have that sort of attitude to Argentina. Have just really annoyed me. I want them to go out. Solid Blake, can you please stop putting spoilers in the chat? That's the second watch along you've put spoilers in the chat. If I haven't called it out, don't put it in the chat. So now I know what's about to happen on the watch along before I've seen it. Japan's about to score, guys. Solid Blake has put it in the chat that Japan has scored. So there we go. Japan has scored. And I don't get to react to it because I knew beforehand. Guys, I think it's fairly straightforward in watch-alongs not to put spoilers in chats. I think it's standard across every single watch-along channel that you don't put spoilers in the chat. The timer's on the screen of where I'm at. So what that does mean is we're probably going to see the game liven up, because I think if Brazil had went ahead, that probably would have been the end of it. Japan might have put up a fight, but whereas with Japan going ahead now, I'll tell you what. See, the problem there is Casemiro's on a yellow. It's Casemiro that was running with him. It's Casemiro that gets to him. Casemiro's on a yellow. If Casemiro's not already on a yellow there, he takes him out. He definitely takes him out. I've watched him do it for United multiple times. If he's not on a yellow, he's taking him out there. And the goal probably doesn't go in. So it goes to show how important those yellow cards can be. Yellow cards change games. It changes how a player plays. And look at that. The goal happened because Casemiro was already on a yellow. But I'm actually kind of glad Japan have scored first, because it does mean Brazil are going to have to really go for it instead of sort of trying, but not like moseying along, but they have to actually go for it. And it was a very good goal as well. A really good goal. So let's see. Do Brazil try and raise the tempo now? Because they've been sort of plodding. They're trying, but they're plodding. Do we get an increase in tempo, which is what I would like? Welcome to Footy Corner TV. Welcome to the chat. Good timing. Good timing. Oh, God, I can smell the stew. I can smell the stew. Use better hope there's no extra time here. Because I can smell the stew. They can't draw. They cannot draw. There's a lot of that happening. There's a lot of that happening where players are going in for the ball and they're ending up standing on the other player's foot or ankle with their studs. Brazil have another free kick for that. But I've seen it actually not just in this game. I've seen it in a few games. It's already better than yesterday's. We've got a goal in the first half. Not a lot came from that free kick. Do you know what it is, Jaron? I'm not starving. It smells unreal. I make it. I slow cook it for like 3 hours, but I make it with red wine. And it's yummy. It's really yummy. And yes, exactly, Star-Lord. The boots are so thin. Bear with me a sec, guys. Junior tried to get a shot. It was on target, but it was quite tame and directly at the keeper. So, I mean, you know, shot on target, but not what I would call dangerous. I tell you what, lads, Suzuki's a good keeper. Now, that wasn't a particularly crazy save or anything. Suzuki's a good keeper. Japan are 1-0 up. If Japan put Brazil out of the World Cup, there's going to be mayhem. The internet is going to be cray-cray. Now, I obviously want Brazil to go through, but the consolation prize is chaos. I'm winning regardless. Casemiro just offended Paquetá. Paquetá is literally having the most unlucky game. Like, he upended him and then didn't even look back. He just kept going. Right, Vinny has the ball, guys. Paquetá tried to take a shot. It was blocked. He does get a foot in to win it back. Vinny's got it now. They can't get the ball across. They can't. Japan are defending with their lives here. Bruno G, was it, wins it back? Or was that Casemiro? No, that was Casemiro. I'm getting a feeling Casemiro was not a fan of Paquetá. He didn't even turn around. He just kept going. Oh my God, Flossie, some people said last night's match was a good game. It was absolutely dreadful. Thank God for the teacups. JT says, I actually think Japan might be able to do this. Do you know what it is? I'm starting to think the same. I mean, I know we're only 35 minutes in, but it is giving that feeling, isn't it? Does Japan scoring first change my score prediction? No, because the prediction I made was the prediction at the time. So no. But I wouldn't think it's crazy if they win. Star-Lord says, get Cunha on holiday and then back into Carrington. Huge. Because of the stupid hydration break, I thought it was the second half. Because I'm not seeing ads, it hasn't happened to me so far. I think if I was seeing ads, I would be very confused. I think that would happen to me if I was seeing ads. Because I'm still seeing the players, it's not doing that to me. Not yet. Not yet. Now that you've said it, it's going to happen. Tom said that was a shit show yesterday. You guys were the reason I kept it on for so long. It's amazing. Do you know what? People enjoy what they enjoy, but it wasn't for me. It wasn't not for me. Thanks. Star-Lord reckons Brazil will score at least one. I don't feel the tempo. I know you don't want them to panic. You don't want them to panic, right? Because that's not helpful. But I do feel while they're trying, right? They've got possession, they're creating chances, they're getting shots off, they're getting corners, they're winning free kicks. But see that undercurrent, that tempo undercurrent, I don't feel it. Cunha got another shot off, but it was kind of like Vinny's. Not a lot of power and straight at Suzuki. Yeah, it feels real casual. They're doing the things, they're going through the motions. It doesn't feel like it has an edge. I'm not feeling it. This is more like their first match. Remember the first match? It was a bit like wishy-washy. And then they had 2 good matches, and now it's wishy-washy again. Who can play instead of Paquetá? Paquetá was brutal in the last game. He's brutal so far this game. He clearly doesn't have anything going on with Casemiro. Those things matter. Those things really matter. Who can play instead of Paquetá? That's what I'd be changing. That's the first thing I would change. It's the thing, when Brazil don't play well, he's the one that stands out, and not for the right reasons. Shem is saying Japan are not giving them a chance. They are on them as soon as the ball goes wide. And that's true as well. It's not all Brazil are brutal. That was poor from Casemiro. Very poor. And to be fair, it's not all Brazil are being poor. It is also Japan are being really good. And I think you do have to recognize that. You have to give Japan the credit as well. But Brazil are not on it. JT says, I think Paquetá was bad every game. I don't get how he got to start in every game. I agree. I don't know why he's on the pitch. I really just don't think he should be on the pitch. And one player does make a difference. It's not a one-man team, but when one player's out of sync with everybody else, it does make a difference to everybody. And don't forget, Casemiro has to play differently because he's on the yellow. So it's all just... Right, let's see. Shem says, Brazil don't play samba football anymore. Too European. I just think they've better players available. Surely they've got better players available. Why is players that aren't performing getting picked ahead? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Jamie says Japan are closing down quickly in a smart way. They are. United Mandem is in the chat. Hello, United Mandem, who says big up to me and the chat. And yeah, Japan are very cohesive. They play as a team. Yeah, I agree with Damien. Brazil need to up the tempo. There's no urgency, there's no edge, there's no tempo, there's no nothing. They're very casual. You would actually think Brazil were the team that were 1-0 up the way they're playing. It's really odd. Footy Corner TV would swap Fabinho for Casemiro as well. I love Casemiro. I really do. When he's on a yellow, though, it changes his whole game. He can't play the way he normally does when he's on a yellow, especially with these World Cup referees, because you don't know what some of them are going to do. Surreal is saying there aren't really any Mavericks nowadays. I think it gets coached out of players from a young age. Yeah, Mavericks are really unusual these days, and it's actually disappointing because that's the kind of player I love. I love those kind of maverick players that are a little... I know you can't have a full team of them, but I love that style of player. And it does make me sad that we see so much less of it. Like, Brazil players are... That's the 3rd or 4th time the Brazil players have gotten in each other's way. And I'm not being funny. Was that Casemiro and Cunha? They played together at United. They don't even have any excuse. Casemiro and Cunha have just run into each other. I'm not being funny, right? You can't even blame national team football for that. They've just played a whole season together. What's their excuse? Like, what was that? That's the 2nd or 3rd time. There was a cross sent in there by Japan. It was headed away. But Japan have possession again. Crossed in again. Defended by... Who was that headed that out? Santos, was it? I mean, JT, this here doesn't change the fact that they played together all season. I mean, like, your statement doesn't change my statement. They still played together for an entire season. Was that... They're calling him Casemiro, but I don't think that is Casemiro. It looks like Bruno G. Is it Casemiro? Lads, I can't tell what these numbers are. I hate the typing. It was Bruno G. My commentators are calling Bruno G Casemiro. They were like, oh, that was from Casemiro. And I'm like, that's not Casemiro. It was Bruno. I know my eyesight's bad, but I can tell the difference between Bruno G and Casemiro. I was like, am I blind? But it wasn't. It was Bruno G. I'll tell you what, though. Japan could actually knock Brazil out of this World Cup, which is crazy. But that doesn't, right now, 44 and a bit minutes in, that doesn't even feel like a crazy statement. Ito had a shot there. It's fallen. Bruno G was running forward. He was fouled. Got the yellow card for stopping the attack. That probably is a fair yellow. Like, Bruno's through. He's away. And he's pulled him by his shoulder. And he's on the ground. So, I mean, you're always getting a yellow for that. Who are my commentators? They're, I'm watching an RTE. They're Irish. So they're obviously just like that tanned bucko with the dark hair. I wouldn't mind. We have a load of Brazilians in Ireland. There's a big Brazilian community in Ireland. 4 minutes, by the way. 4 minutes of added time for the first half. Oh. I like, if you're going KFC, I like the boneless banquet with gravy as the side. If you're going McDonald's, I like it just a classic Big Mac. I love Burger King. I know some people aren't into the fast food. I did eating. I have to be honest, on the overall, I actually think Japan have been a better team in this first half. When I go to Burger King, I like the bacon double cheeseburger and the chili cheese bites. It's good. I do like the long barbecue, I think it's called. It has onion rings on it. That's quite nice. But I do like the bacon double cheese. I was wondering what you were getting at. I was like, what's he trying to say? It's okay. We're with you now. Chili cheese bites, yeah, they're good. I'm starving, lads. I'm starving now. Paige says, Brazil were afraid to get Holland. They preferred Japan in the knockout stage. Well, I'm not being funny. At this rate, I think Japan put them out. And at this moment in time, deservedly so. I agree. Damien, you and I are very of one mind throughout this match. We are very much in agreement throughout this match, you and I. Which is unusual because normally I just disagree with everybody. But no, we are very aligned on this. Shem, yeah. Players are bumping into each other all over the pitch. What are they doing? Ah, thank you, Jaron. Do you know what it is? Do you know what? Let me be fair. The bigger a channel is, I think the harder it can be to engage with the chat because there's so many more people. However, I do know of some channels that just don't interact with their chats at all. And I just don't understand the point of it. Like, if I wanted to sit and watch a football match by myself and just natter away, I could just sit Boffman beside me with his headphones on, stick the match on the TV and natter away. Like, what would be, do you know what I mean? If I'm doing a watch along, it's because we're watching along together with each other, alongside each other. Do you know what I mean? I don't understand the channels that don't interact with the chat. It's a bit of fun. The whole idea is it's like a social experience interaction. Vinny's rolling round the ground here, and I'm not really quite sure what's wrong with him, but he's been down there for a little while and he's not getting up. Is it Vinny or who is it? The camera won't even look at him. He's down that long. It's Paquetá. Because of where he was, I thought it was Vinny. It's Paquetá. Lad, just take him off the pitch. Just take him off the bloody pitch, right? It's half time. We're at half time. Let me do the timer. Paquetá cannot come back out for the second half. He can't. He just can't. They can't put him back on the pitch for the second half of this match. That's ridiculous. But yeah, I don't understand. I like it. I love the chat. I love it, Ellen Natter. So yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Yeah, there's a bit of that going on as well. As I said, I understand somewhat. See on like big massive channels where there's like thousands of messages, I appreciate it can be really hard. Like if you're getting 30, 40, 50 super chats, I get to say what you're saying, to actually do a show, then obviously you do want to do your super chats because people have literally paid for them. I understand, but I don't think it's a good look. I don't think it's a good look. Couldn't be me. It wouldn't be my style. Put it that way. But yeah, it just wouldn't be my style if I'm honest with you. I talk too much for that. Let me see. Mavis. Hello, Mavis. Mavis says, I wanted Brazil to win for Bruno G, but I'm not bothered now. Yeah. And to be fair, I do try and tell you what's going on. But I mean, then I wouldn't be interacting with you guys at all. You know, it's trying to get the balance. I do think it's trying to get the balance. Shem, I'm not sophisticated enough to rub shoulders with bigwigs. It's not. Can you imagine me with all the big YouTubers? Goodness me. Oh, I'd make myself sick. I'd actually make myself sick. Moonshine is with us. Hello to Moonshine. Thank you, guys. I'm glad you enjoy it. I am glad that you enjoy it. Because I enjoy it very much. And as I said, like, I watch a lot of content. I have watched a lot of content. I've moderated on a lot of channels. So I do have quite specific ideas for how I want the channel to be. But that's the benefit of learning from maybe other people's experience or mistakes, you know, and just taking it all in. But I'm glad you guys enjoy it. That's the most important thing, really, because without people in the chat, there's not much point in me being here, is there? Just me, by my Todd, going live on the YouTube, but people nattering away, and then there's nobody there. Like that's it's probably not much point. So like, it's very important to actively engage with the chat. It is easier on solo shows because I find, obviously, even when I have just Kai on, because I say my piece, Kai says his piece, it does leave less time for reading chats. So I think on shows where there's a big panel, like 5 or 6 people, even 4 people, it'd be really hard. I don't think I would ever, if I ever did get to a point of doing, say, panel type shows on here, I don't think I would ever want more than 3. Because then you don't have time to interact with the chat. It's not possible. So I don't think I would like that. Let me see. Hello, Andrew. Andrew's with us as well. Welcome to the chat. Let me catch up. Right. Daz, my wee lovely, right? I know you ask me this on every watch along. I went through the other day what watch alongs I'm going to be doing for the next, like, up until the weekend. I then also every day on the lunchtime show say what Watchalong I'm doing in the evening, and it's put in the Discord. I love the fact that you are so looking forward to the Watchalongs, but I've already given this information like 16 million times. I have, I promise. It's in the Discord, it's on every lunchtime show, and it's on all the watch-alongs because you've asked me every day. I've put it out there. I have put it out there. I love the enthusiasm, but I've given this information multiple times. People are going to be sick to the back teeth of hearing what watch-alongs I'm doing. The next one is tonight at 2 a.m. Morocco, Netherlands. That's the next one. Footy Corner TV says, I think it's massively important on a solo show to interact with the chat, but yes, it's harder with panels. It is harder with panels. Isn't it good I'm not mad on panel shows? Then I get to talk to all of you guys. Let me see. Everybody said hi to our moonshine. What do we reckon, guys? What do we reckon from this point? Do we think? I know Huge reckons Brazil will score at least one. But I don't know. Based on that first half, I have to be honest, I can see Japan winning quicker than Brazil. I agree. Was it Shem said he can see a second for, or no, it might have been Damien, can see a second for Japan quicker than an equaliser for Brazil. That's kind of where I'm at. And it's not because, like Lucky was saying there, you know, about 12 defenders in the box and, you know, I think he's including the referee there. But they are still playing. Like, they are still playing. They're defending well, but they are going forward and they really, really grew into this half. And I think Brazil need to do something drastic for the second half. Oh no, Star-Lord. Update. There's not going to be either... there's not going to be any fast food for start. Well, there is, but it's going to come in the form of a pot noodle rather than a KFC or not a Burger King, a McDonald's. Let me see. JT says, I think Ancelotti needs to get his bluff called. He isn't providing anything for this team. Let's be honest. I mean, he's not reacting. And not to pick on him, but just to use him as an example, Paquetá has not been good for multiple games. He's still starting and he's not subbing him off. I mean, the man's hobbling off the pitch at half time. He's been down injured more than he's played. He's not been very good. And he's just left him on the pitch. And much as I love him, Casemiro's game is absolutely impacted the minute he's on a yellow card. He's run in to Paquetá and upended him. He's then run into Cunha, who's his teammate. Like, and not just for Brazil. And he's making no changes. He's not doing anything. He needs to do something. Yeah, so, yeah, fairs, JT. Fairs. Footy Corner TV reckons it's going to be drawn penalties. Andrew reckons it's going to be 1-1 and then Brazil to win on penalties. Damien says the period until the second half hydration break will be crucial for Brazil. Completely agree. Absolutely, completely agree. Let me see. Damien says, if Brazil can't break Japan down by the hydration break, most likely it'll only get harder for them until the end. I think Japan could score before the hydration break, never mind Brazil. Just, they're really not at the races. Really not at the races. And they were like that. The first watch along we did for Brazil, they were the exact same. They were dreadful. Moonshine says, I think Brazil have had a problem in the middle of the pitch. So he's agreeing with me. I mean, hard not to when I'm a genius. Let me see. Tom talking about Subway. Subway. My cousin used to work in the local Subway here, and everybody knew her because she worked herself through college and stuff and the end of school or leaving certain stuff. And so everybody knew her as Subway girl then in town. It's really funny because she worked there for so long. I do enjoy a Subway though. Lucky is saying Japan need to study Scotland's mistakes. JT says, just give Endrick a chance. Paquetá was shit for West Ham and is now shit for Brazil. Did Endrick play a single second? He came on as a late substitute in their second group match, I think it was. Ederson, I would love to see Ederson get minutes. Bonkers. I would love to see Ederson get minutes just because I want to see him play. I haven't seen him play. I don't know what opinion I have of him. Other than I hope he does well. But I would like to see Ederson come on. Just from an entirely selfish point of view, I want to see him play. I want to see how he plays. Let me see, guys. Bear with me. The RTE player has decided it's going to be an absolute, complete mong. Why will you not do what the fuck I'm asking you? Even the RTE player has had enough of halftime. Andrew says Cass is Brazil's biggest issue. He's too old. I disagree. I think Paquetá has been woeful. Absolutely woeful. I will say Casemiro has, I as much as I love him, he's not been fantastical, but Paquetá has been by far the worst. Let me see. If England win, says Daz, on Wednesday, you will play at 1 a.m. on Monday. I'll see who yous are playing, but I'll be honest, all of your games have been so shite. At the minute, we don't know who's anybody's playing because it's all knockout. So we don't know who's going to be knocked out. So we don't know who anybody's playing. So once we know who's playing who, I'll have a look at those and see what I'm doing and let you all know. But yeah, it's all up in the air at the minute. But I just want to see better. I just want to see better football. You're playing at 5 p.m. on Wednesday the 1st against DR Congo. JT also reckons Ederson for Casemiro. So what would you do then? Take Paquetá and Casemiro off? Put Ederson and Endrick on? Is that what we're saying? Because, I mean, I wouldn't argue with it. Hold on, guys. I think it's raining. Let me see. Can I hear rain or am I making it up inside my head? Oh, my God, lads. It's absolutely lashing, right? Give me a wee second. I love the rain. Sorry. I love the rain. It's so calming. I love it. I would sleep with like rain sounds on. I would purposely go like camping in the rain so I can hear it on the tent. Absolutely love it. It is, I mean, torrential. Torrential. I'm sure none of you guys are interested in this, but it's absolutely torrential rain out there. I can't see the tarmac under the rain. Love it. Love it. I told you this morning I thought rain was coming. It felt like rain. Delighted. My chair looks comfy. It's very comfy, and I have to say, this is Boffman's chair. So when Boffman and I moved in together, this is his gaming chair, and there's a lovely cushion here that comes with it. But when I'm streaming, it bees in the way of my head. So I take it off when I'm streaming, and then when I'm chilling watching stuff, after the stream, I put it back on so I can like lie back and relax. But when I'm streaming, it annoys me, so I take it off. But it's actually incredibly comfortable. And I had a wee shitty one. And poor Boffman did a swap with me when I started doing my streaming. He gave me his big, fancy, comfortable chair. And he has my little shitty one that's breaking his back. So another shout out for Boffman. He does mind me. He does mind me. He takes care of me. Yeah. Oh, Flossie, they're unreal. Absolutely unreal. Yes, Damien, Secret Labs. Secret Lab. So when I make it big, the first thing I'm going to do is buy Boffman a new chair, bless him. Yes, it's the cult leader queen chair. It is indeed, you're right. But yeah, honestly, best thing. They're so good. They're so good. They're so comfortable. There's so much support in them. You can adjust them in so many different ways. They're really, really good. I'd love, like, you can get ones that's like the same color as this, which is obviously similar. It's like a lighter version of the background for the channel. So I would love to get one like that color that matches. And then I want to get like the wall panels for the wall back there. I have ideas what I want to do for Teacup Castle. The thing is, all of my ideas cost money. I have expensive taste. I have expensive taste. Yes, forget the Iron Throne. Never mind the Iron Throne. Not for me. They're coming back out, guys. They're coming back out. Is Endrick 19? I think we're going to see Endrick, guys. Ancelotti is speaking to Endrick. Lucas Paquetá off. Endrick on. Good. Good news. To be fair, he hobbled off at half time, so I don't even know if Ancelotti's made that decision or he's had no option. But yes, Endrick on for Paquetá. So that is going to be the way of it. Right, let me get into the timer, guys, because they're going to kick off. Right, we've got kickoff. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate you. Will I have a nap after my dinner? No, because if I have a nap after my dinner, I'm not getting back up. I'm a bit of a night owl anyway. I prefer the night time. So I would tell you what, Brazil are trying to start fast now, aren't they? Somebody's put a rocket up them. That wasn't great from Vinny. I think even if Brazil turn it up a notch, Suzuki's quite a competent keeper. I mean, to be fair, the hamstring wasn't Casemiro. The other parts, yes. The hamstring was before Casemiro. That was actually a Japan player. The other two, though, yes. So that's what I mean. I don't even think you can give Ancelotti the credit. I don't think he had a choice. You and your dad jokes. You and your dad jokes. Yes. Reminder for people. Don't put a spoiler in the chat. We've only had one goal. That was ruined on me. So please don't do that. It's very disappointing because I don't get to react to it. And guys, I'll never pretend I haven't seen it and then give you a fake reaction. It's not my style. If I've seen it in the chat, I've seen it in the chat. I'm not going to do theatre. Every reaction you see from me is completely 100% genuine. And yes, as Daz said, please also smash the likes. To be fair, guys, I shouldn't be drastically behind anybody. I mean, I know I'm not been singing RTE's praises, but it's not like one of them illegal streams. It's an actual, like, proper way to watch it. So it shouldn't be drastically behind. Japan have it back. That's going to be a yellow. Japan were breaking. There was a foul on the attacker. He's brought down. Yellow card. We saw it the other way around in the first half, and a yellow was given. Therefore, a yellow's given. Do you know what I mean? Only a few seconds. Oh, well, that's good then. That's good. JT's giving Ancelotti a bit of credit. I don't know if I am giving him credit, if I'm honest. I don't think he had a choice. I think he had to take him off. He limped off the pitch. I don't think he had the option of keeping him on. And I think if he had the option, he might have. I'll tell you what, Boffman knows I love the rain, and he's texted me to tell me to look outside at the lashing rain. I'm so Irish. I am so Irish, it's unbelievable. I love the rain. To the point where I'm like working live, doing my watch along for Brazil-Japan. Brazil might about to be historically knocked out of the World Cup in their first knockout game by Japan. And I'm like, yeah, but it's raining. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Do you know? No. Boffman likes snow. Boffman likes the snow. I like the rain. I don't see Brazil scoring. I know we're only 4 minutes into the second half. I just don't see it. Tom with a question. Would anybody bring Neymar on? Why is he not playing? Is he injured? Has he just been really bad? What is the backstory to him not playing? Yes, Ariel says, after the unbearable heat, the rain is welcome. Like I said earlier, guys, I like heat with sunshine or cold with rain. What I don't like is cold sunshine or warm rain. Who likes that? He's played like 5 games this year. Yeah, okay. Injured. Right, fair. So that's why. So no, I wouldn't then. No. Look at that. Cut out by Japan. Vinny, cut out again. Who is that number 10? Right. Vinny's got it to Bruno G. Can Bruno G do any better? Gabrielle back to Bruno G. Casemiro. Do you know what? I probably would take Casemiro off. I would take him off. It actually pains me to say that, but I probably would take him off, yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it, but I would take him off. Tom wouldn't. He just wanted to know, would anyone else do it? Joanne, that's him. He's been quite good, you know. Vinny keeps kind of sending it back inside, which tells me he's not 100% confident. What a save. Who started that? Who sent it in the first place? It was Bruno G's attempt. But who got it to Bruno G? That was unreal. That ball is incredible. The header's quite solid. This Suzuki, I'm telling you, we can't get him because he would need to be a first team keeper, and that's Lawmans. And I love Lawmans. But any of the teams in the Premier League looking for a keeper, he's really good. Danilo, Tom. It was Danilo put it in. Thank you very much. So that was very good from Danilo. Very good from Danilo to put that in. Great ball. The only criticism, Bruno G probably could have directed it a bit better. But the keeper did really well there. Paige says some of Japan's sloppy passing is worrying her a little bit. And I mean, to be fair, they have had some loose passes. Brazil sent it back in. Nobody knows if that was over the line. Japan are counter-attacking. I'm assuming we're going to have VAR here. Japan are counter-attacking. Right. Stop and play. It's been sent out of play. Surely, right, show me a replay of that. Did the ball go over the line? Brilliant ball in again. It was a... No, it didn't cross the line. Headed Casemiro, blocked by the defender as far as the keeper, and then it was just ping pong. I'm actually a little bit astounded by what has just occurred. And yes, Damien, yes, Brazil are turning up the heat now. Yes, Lawmans is 1,000,000 times more reliable than Onana. 1,000,000. Not even close. But I think Suzuki would be good. Is that Danilo putting those balls in every time? Is it Danilo putting all those balls in? They're good balls. That's like 3 in a row he's after doing, and every one of them has been really good. I can't make out the names and the numbers. Mavis, if I could get Eddie Howe to listen to me, I would. Because honestly, see that nephew of his? At the minute, Leeds and supposedly goal Brazil. Casemiro! Casemiro! Right. Goal. 1-1. 1-1. I want to see it again. Gabriel sent the ball in. What a header. Keeper had no chance. What a goal. We will. I just love him. He's so good. He's so good. Yeah, the 6-7. Hey, are you listening? I literally praised the cross. I said it came from Gabriel and it was a brilliant ball. Don't come in saying not one person praises the cross when literally I praise the cross. If you're not listening properly, that's a you problem, Footy Corner, not a me problem. You said not one person. I don't know how to tell you this. I'm a person. Pee off big gas. Oh dear. The tails are up now, aren't they? Oh, look at that from Vinny. He just round him. Off the inside of the post. Off the inside of the post. It's alive now. I tell you what, it's alive now. Shaquille O'Neal. She is a Gita person. Literally through the legs. That's the best thing Vinny's done all match. It's the best thing he's done all match. But it goes to show, right? They can just turn it on. Look at the face of Suzuki. He's like, oh dear. Oh dear. Well, in my defense, wait next time. I'm always fair, Footy Corner. I'm always fair. I might have bad eyesight, but I'm always fair. Even in praising my love, Casemiro, I still praise the cross. But yeah, now it's a good game, Moonshine. Now it's a good game. Now that it's 1-1 and we've got goals, Japan are attacking now. Right, it's with Allison. It's with Allison. Yeah, Brazil back in it, says Mavis. Oh no, surreal. Oh no. The offside, it was very close. They did check to see if he was onside. I don't know what they've done to his head in the recreation. They've given him a mohawk on the AI recreation, but they've said it was onside. Not that I trust them at all, but that's what they've said. I think Suzuki will end up at Leeds. So I think Villa were looking for if Emi Martinez leaves them. Emi Martinez was looking likely to go to Juve. That's gone quiet. And so if they're keeping him, they won't get Suzuki because he'll go to be a first-team keeper somewhere, I would say. Leeds, they have Darlow, who I believe is getting on a little bit, and they've let their other keeper's gone out of contract. So I think what they'll do is they could bring in Suzuki and kind of have him moving into the first team position while Darlow's phased out through age. I think that's my theory, Mavis. That's my theory as he ends up at Leeds. I would like to see Ederson. And that is purely selfish from me. From a Man United point of view, I would like to see him play some minutes. I want to see him play so I know kind of what we're getting. Also, he is a defensive midfielder. So that's who I would bring on. But it is purely selfish. Leeds were after a Ferrari, but will end up with a Suzuki. It lifted and now it's calmed a little bit again. It like whoosh, and then back down. Back down. Ball forward for Japan. Allison's had to come and get it. Maeda there is causing a bit of problems. But Allison had to come get that. And it all came from Suzuki. He launched it forward. Allison is taking forever to send this ball forward. Yeah, Damien. Casemiro. Header and a goal. Header and a goal. We are going to miss him so much. Vinny's got it. Hendricks around him. Cunha. They're popping it a little bit here. There's Bruno G. Yeah, Allison was too casual there, Moonshine, I think. He could have got himself into trouble. It's Cunha. Good ball in and good take from Suzuki. Japan are going to go forward again. Japan are going forward again here, guys. Allison saved it, spilled it, and then had to run after it. He shot under Casemiro's leg. Allison did have to make the save there. Footy Corner TV said, Allison, I thought, was 100% for this tournament. Well, didn't he sit out Liverpool games at the end of the season? He missed games so he could be 100% for Brazil. And he does. He looks shaky, says Damien. I tell you what, if I was picking between these two keepers, I wouldn't be picking Allison. Based on the display in this match, like. I thought that might have been your point, Footy Corner, so I just drove it home. Brazil are trying to work their way forward here. But Japan keep driving them backwards. They're going out the other side now. That was good. That was bad. I think we're getting some more subs here, guys. Cunha off. Cunha off for Martinelli. That wouldn't have been the sub I would make, but okay. There is also a sub for Japan. There's an outfield player called Suzuki who's coming on. Nakamura off, Doan off, and Sugawara and outfield Suzuki on. Good God. Sugawara was a sub and then a starter and now a sub again. Nakamura, I think, started all of them. Yeah, no Cunha surfing today. Cunha for Martinelli. I mean, maybe it'll work. It wouldn't have been what I would do. Would it be what you guys do? What do you guys think of that? Was that a good move, bad move, indifferent? How are you guys feeling about it? Lads, you know what I've just realised? It's currently a draw. Can't end as a draw. My shoe's going to be ready. So somebody else needs to score. Brazil are going to try and come forward again. They have lost some of that intensity, though. Footy Corner TV says Cunha wasn't offering a lot. And Moonshine says the game is getting stretched now, so maybe it will suit Martinelli better. Shaquille Oatmeal, where is Martinelli playing? Cunha was the striker. So Endrick, I think, has moved in central. I don't know where anyone's playing anymore. I think Endrick has moved into where Cunha was. So who we go where Endrick was? They've all shuffled. But yes, Endrick has gone down central now where Cunha would have been. I think Martinelli's going to looks like he's going to be behind him. Rob is sticking with 2-1 to Brazil. Well, I just hope somebody wins it. Martinelli out on the right wing. He looked there like he was behind him, but you know yourself, it all moves around when they're actually in play. They all just move around. JT says it could just be a 4-4-2. We'll see it now. We're at the hydration break. So once the hydration break is over, we'll see where he actually falls in. When he first come on there, but they're obviously we're in a phase of attack. So Endrick's definitely gone central. But we'll see then where the rest of them sort of fall. I can't believe, I tell you what, the second half's going quite fast because we're already at the hydration break of the second half. 1-1. I don't know. I still think, I think Japan. I'm leaning to Japan now. I just think Brazil have been so underwhelming. Really, really underwhelming. It is a good knockout game, JT, to be fair, because as I think it was Shem said yesterday, you know, some teams will be more careful when it's a knockout game because they don't want to be the one to be knocked out. But also you have to go for it in the same vein. So this, I think, is much better than yesterday's one. And I'm hoping we're going the right direction. And the one at 2 a.m. is going to be even better than this one. Casemiro having a word with the referee. I don't know what about. Casemiro looks like he needs to come off. He doesn't look right. Look at his face. Look at the way he's moving. Look at... It doesn't look quite right, Casemiro. You can tell when Casemiro's enjoying a match, you can tell by looking at him. He doesn't... He looks really put out by something, Casemiro. It's actually like the unhappiest I've seen him in ages. I would be taking him off. Because you see when he's like that, you don't get the best out of him. I know he's got his header. I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased he got the goal. But he doesn't look his best self. JT says, yesterday both teams should have been sent home. I agree. See, if I was in charge of the World Cup, I'd have been like, do you know what, lads? Yous were both shite. Yous are going home. Everybody goes home. Paige says Holland or Morocco will send Canada packing. I agree. Rob is agreeing with JT that it's a good knockout game. And Lucky is saying, this is very smart. Japan will change the game against Brazil now. Shaquille Oatmeal says, well, I'd be sad too if I left United. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe his wee heart's broken. The hydration break is over, guys. So we'll see which hydration break was more effective. It's going to be a free kick here to Japan, by the way. I mean, Martinelli's getting involved early. Probably not in quite the way that was asked of him. Japan have possession here. No, they don't. Brazil have possession. Yes. Bruno G. It's gone out to Vinny there. And Vinny is cut in and passed it to a Japanese player. So instead of crossing it to all of the many Brazilian players in the box or passing it back to anybody, Vinny made a really good move and then got really selfish and kicked it to a Japanese defender. Is he having a laugh? There's Gabriel. Vinny's got it now. What's he going to do? He sent it to Gabriel, who's very good ball in by Gabriel. Was that Martinelli? Who got their head to it? No, it wasn't Martinelli. But it's going to be a Brazil corner. Yes, JT, it was Gabriel. Yes, it was. That was a terrible corner. That was really bad. That is the second terrible corner from Brazil. The first one in the first half was brutal. That one was terrible as well. They're not even getting, they're barely even getting to the first defender, let alone anybody else. Right. They're just passing it about here, trying to work forward. JT, my man needs to be doing that more for us. Arteta, I hope you're watching. Vinny's a way out wide here. Vinny's a way out wide. So Vinny was out on the left in the first half and he's out on the left in the second half. I think Martinelli is supposed to be playing in the midfield, but he's wandering around a little bit. Because when he goes out of possession, he is going into the midfield, but he's trying to overlap with Vinny. I don't know if Brazil have a shape. Maybe that's their problem. I'm not one of these tacticals, so I'm not au fait with all the technical terms. But they don't seem to have an actual shape. Maybe that is their problem. Damien says Vinny hugging the touchline. He's just short of lying down on top of it. And Tom says Martinelli feels like a strange sub. And Shaquille says it doesn't make sense to him. He feels like Vinny Martinelli are trying to operate in the same spaces. The urgency's gone again. Yeah, I would agree with that footy corner. It looks like when they're in attack, it looks like 4-2-4. That's what I'm looking at. Martinelli is definitely playing behind Endrick. That's what it looked like when he first came on, and that's what it looked like now. There's going to be some subs for Japan here. Tanaka's coming on. So Ito and Kamada off, Machino and Tanaka on. Paige's happy. Paige's happy. I don't think it's an agenda. Who did I see say that? Tom, I don't think it's an agenda against Ederson. I think obviously we as United fans want to see him, but we also have to remember he wasn't initially called up. So we know Ancelotti doesn't 100% rate him because he wasn't listed originally. The only reason Ederson's there is because somebody got injured. While I don't think that's a reason to not play him if you need somebody in that position, which I think you do, because I think Casemiro was flagging and needs to come off. I don't think it's an agenda. I think it's more, we already know he's not 100% rated by the manager. Because if he was, he would have been picked in the first place. Anybody that's brought in as a backup, a last-minute backup, you're rated somewhat but to be picked as the backup, the first choice, second choice, if you get me, but you weren't in the original thought. And I think that will always go against you. But I would like to see him get some bloody minutes. Paige says keep him on the bench. We don't want to injure him. Japan are winning the ball back well, but then they're losing it very easily. I agree, JT. Not so far anyway. Yes, Tanaka, that was at Leeds bunkers. That is the one. That is the one, guys. Thank God we have a chat and we can interact. Imagine it's just gone dead again. Dead again. Oh, dear. We're nearly at full time. We've say maybe 13 minutes or so. By you get to 90 and then the hydration time. I've messaged you, guys. That'll help. Shaquille says, I like both teams, but they have to entertain us more. I agree with you, Shaquille. Vinny tried to go forward, couldn't get in. The cross does eventually make it in, and it's back with the Brazil defenders. It's back with Marquinhos. Lads, come on. There's no urgency. None. Like they're just going side to side to side to side, back to side to side to side. Come on, lads. And I mean, to be fair, before Japan were trying to attack them and close them down, now they're just sitting in. Oh, Flossie, I hope we get a last minute goal. I can't be dealing with it. I don't even care who scores it at this stage. Anybody. Anybody at all. Damien says Brazil are going to have to earn that second goal. But you know what? So did Japan. Like, Brazil have not been fantastical, but Japan have stopped doing everything they were doing. Japan were closing down. They were turning over the ball. They were getting into attacking positions. They were having chances. They've just stopped and they're just sitting in now. I think Japan are playing for a draw here. I think Japan are happy to go to extra time because they are going to have more energy than Brazil. Brazil are going to tire more. You can see Brazil's already tiring. Are Japan trying to get it to extra time? It's going to be a free kick for Brazil. Yellow for the Japanese player. So Danilo has won it. And it's the outfield Suzuki that gave it away. And it's a yellow and a free kick all day long. Yeah, Japan are playing scared now, Shaquille Oatmeal. And they weren't playing like that the whole match. But now they're really just sitting in. Yes, yellow for J Suzuki. Shem reckons Japan look exhausted from all the pressing. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe all that pressing that they were doing has actually tired them out and they don't have the energy. Maybe that's what it is. You could be completely right, Shem, to be fair. Ryan sent it in. Somebody got ahead to it. But I think it's going to go for a Brazil corner. Yeah, the defender got his head to it. So it's going to be a Brazil corner, but these have been shite so far. Right, if he can get this actually into the box. Brazil have players that can score. What is the story with the corners? They're all brutal. No matter who takes them, they're all terrible. Vinny's got it here. Who's on the ground holding his face for Brazil? Is that Martinelli? He's on the ground with his hand over his eye. I don't see blood. There's nothing wrong with him. I'm after seeing the replay. Give the F over, Martinelli. Get up off the ground. That's actually mortifying. Get up. I thought there was something actually wrong with him the way he was. Really and truly. Get up. Ridiculous carry on. That was actually really irritating. Yeah, exactly, Damien. Not a bloody thing. Not a bloody thing. Get up. He should get a yellow card for that nonsense. And yeah, Footy Corner TV, the corners are shocking as well. Lads, I'm not entertained. I'm disappointed. I thought this game was going to be better. I was expecting more from these teams. No, JT, come on. He's not playing for Arsenal right now. He's playing for Brazil. It's not Premier League. It's not Arsenal versus everyone else. It's Brazil, right? That was brutal. And I've criticised multiple players across this tournament for going down like a sack of spuds when someone's barely touched them. He completely exaggerated. That was mortifying. And his team was attacking. He should have just got up at the ground. All right, Brazil are going to try and go again. Slowly. Again. Side to side. Again. Whatever you do, don't win a corner because you can't do that. Marquinhos, Gabriel, and again. We go again. And we're back to Marquinhos. Guys, this is going to end 1-1. This is going to end 1-1. I can't. I actually can't. Brazil have another free kick here. Very well done by the keeper. It was actually a very good delivery. The keeper did excellently. Vinny took the shot and has earned another corner. But I'll be honest, I don't think that feels very dangerous at the minute. Because they can't take them. Oh dear God. Come on, somebody score. Rayan has gone short. Bruno G has brilliant delivery, Bruno G. Nothing made of it. And it's out with Vinny. He can't get round them, Vinny. He can't get round them. He's lost it. That was, to be fair, it was good defending. He's won it back as Vinny. He's won it back. He's gone down. It's free kick to Brazil, and I think that's fair. That's fair. JT, don't say things about me that aren't true. I don't appreciate that. I really, really don't appreciate that. Don't say things about me that aren't true. I've never, never, never on this channel had an national agenda. Don't imply I have. Not acceptable, and I won't tolerate it. I've never had an agenda against any team on this channel. Japan are attacking, but it's being cut out. Six minutes, by the way, guys. 6 minutes of added time. Casemiro's on the ground. Busted. But I mean, I've only been saying that for 45 minutes. He just looks exhausted. Fabinho, they're saying Fabinho's stripping. He's gonna, yeah, there's gonna be a sub. Fabinho's gonna come on from Casemiro. I'll be honest, I think that should have been done sooner. Casemiro's been done for a while, and if I can see it and you can see it, the manager should see it. Well, we're going to get more than the 6 minutes because of how long this substitution is taken. He's sort of hobbling off a little bit. I think he was feeling his groin there. I don't know if he's done it. Yeah, he keeps feeling his groin. See if he's pulled something. because they waited too long to take him off when it was very, very, very clear that he's been done for some time. Like, there are some injuries that can't be avoided. But there are other injuries, lads. Like, if he's now injured or has pulled something or done damage to a muscle in there because he was left on way too long when everybody could see that he was goosed, that's an avoidable injury. Right. Endrick has it. He's not done anything since he come on the pitch, Endrick. Can he do it in here? No. He's won a corner, but I don't know if it counts. Does that count as doing something? Yeah, I am hungry, Shem. I am hungry. Right. Oh my God, an actual corner. An actual corner, people. And it does get to Fabinho's head. Now, he heads it a mile away, but I just can't believe the corners actually made it into the box. Yes, footy corner. We could all see it. So if we could all see it, why was it not addressed by the manager? Japan had it very briefly, but it's won back by Brazil. We are definitely going to extra time. I'm accepting my fate of extra time, guys. It's not that ye aren't wonderful, but I'm hungry. Go on, Bruno G. Go on. Martinelli! Go on, Martinelli! Go on! 2-1. 2-1 to Brazil. Stew for Louise. And I've just cheered on Martinelli. I mean, good God. Good God. Well done, Martinelli. Delighted. I didn't even care who scored by the end there. I just wanted somebody to score. Oh dear. Well, there you go. Tom, you did. You did, Tom, to be fair. That was a good ball into him. Who was it with the ball in? Bruno G with the ball in. It was a good ball in too. Very good. Very, very good. I'm so delighted. I agree. To be fair, Surreal, I kind of feel sorry for Japan. I kind of think it's entirely their own fault because they just stopped playing. They stopped attacking. They stopped going forward. They stopped closing down. And they just sat in. So I somewhat feel sorry for them. And I somewhat feel like, well, it's entirely your own fault because you stopped playing. Do you know what I mean? So I do and then I don't. My initial reaction is I do, and then I think about it and I really, really just don't. What I need to do is update the score or else they'll take it away. Yeah, and that's it. They sat back. As Footy Corner TV says, they sat back. They're now doing substitutes. So is Brazil. Everybody's doing substitutes. Why? Why are we doing substitutes? Right. Extra time was 6 minutes. We've already played 7. Obviously, you had the Casemiro part. Then you had the goal. Bruno G's coming off. Bruno G's coming off. The hug Cunha's after giving Bruno G. But Danilo is on now. Right, Suzuki has launched it forward. Funny enough, Japan have everybody forward now after having everybody in their own box for like the last hour. Footy Corner. Add 5 million to Martinelli's asking price. I think with the football inflation, it's 10 these days. 10 per goal. There's a free kick. How much extra time are we going to get exactly? Tom says it's nice to see Cunha and Cass get through. It is, to be fair. It is. Brilliant pass from Bruno G and well taken by Martinelli. Really well taken. Yeah, Damien, it should be over now, surely. Come on, lad, blow the whistle. We're 9 minutes into 6 minutes of extra time here. Or of added time, sorry. Footy Corner, that's what he was brought on to do. It was. And yes, Rob was the one who predicted 2-1. We had a couple of 3-1s with a 2-2. And we had a 3-1 the other way, I think. But Rob was the only one that went with 2-1 to Brazil. We're still playing here. Enjoy, Star-Lord. Enjoy. Finally. Right, lads. The match is over. Brazil have won 2-1. Rob has got a prediction absolutely bang on the money. Flossie's doggos are getting a walk. I'm off to get some stew. I will be back 10 to 2 in the morning. We're going to watch Morocco and the Netherlands. Hopefully, you guys, some of you at least, will be able to join me. If you're able to stay awake long enough. And I very much look forward to it. If you're not going to make the stream later on at 2 a.m, I'll be back tomorrow, 12 o'clock. See you all later.